Nina and the Cloud Castle. Nina was a curious and brave girl who lived in a small village by the sea with her mother, father, and her little pet cat, and every morning she woke before sunrise so she could watch the sky fill with soft colors and she would think about all the stories the clouds might tell. She lived in a white wooden house on a sandy hill and she loved to sit on her window bench with a cup of warm milk and watch the seagulls fly low over the water while she hummed her favorite tune. And one day, when the wind was gentle and the sea was calm, she saw a bright silver door floating in a low cloud near the horizon, and the door shone in the sunlight and held a tiny star-shaped latch that glowed like a candle flame, and Nina felt her heart beat fast because she was sure the door could lead to a place of magic. She grabbed her soft backpack, tucked her long hair behind her ears, and ran barefoot down the wooden stairs to the sandy beach where she placed each step softly so the shells did not break, and she climbed the gentle dune until she stood under the silver door, her bare feet pressing into warm sand. And she reached out to touch the latch, finding it locked with a soft sound like a sigh, and she looked around and saw a small cloud key lying on a flat pebble behind a driftwood log, so she picked up the key and slid it into the latch, turning it slowly as the latch clicked and the door opened wide, creating a bridge of clouds under her feet and lifting her gently into the sky. The bridge moved like a soft path as she walked, and she felt excited and a little afraid, but she took a deep breath and continued forward until she reached a great castle made of white, fluffy clouds, where tall towers twisted into the bright blue sky and soft cloud banners fluttered like flags. The castle looked empty and quiet, and the air smelled of fresh rain, and at the center of the courtyard stood a large pedestal with 3 empty bowls, and a gentle voice called, "Welcome, Nina, to the Cloud Castle." And Nina turned and saw a small cloud dog with bright blue eyes and wings that glimmered like frost, and he wagged his misty tail and said softly, "I am Cloud Pup, guardian of the castle, and we need your help to bring back our light." Nina knelt beside Cloud Pup and listened as he told her the 3 pearls of light had been lost. The pearl of sunshine kept the castle warm and bright. The pearl of moonlight kept the night calm and soothing. The pearl of stardust gave the clouds their sparkle. Without these pearls the castle would vanish and the clouds would drift away, so Nina knew she must help, and Cloud Pup gave her a light satchel made from silver cloud threads and a simple map drawn in glowing, and he said, "First travel to the Golden Sky Garden, then to the Silver Moon Lake, and finally to the Star Tower, and find the pearls hidden there." Nina put the satchel on her shoulder and followed Cloud Pup across a curved rainbow bridge that felt soft like a pillow and smelled sweet like cotton candy, and they arrived at the Golden Sky Garden where the air was warm and golden flowers swayed slowly, and Nina saw the pearl of sunshine glinting behind a tall flower, and she reached around the golden stalk and lifted the pearl which felt warm and smooth, and she placed it carefully in her satchel and watched as the garden glowed brighter and the flowers turned a richer gold, making small petals fall like glowing dust. Next, she and Cloud Pup flew on a small cloud boat over silver mist until they reached the Silver Moon Lake where the water shone like glass and the moon above was full and round, and Nina knelt by the shore and saw the pearl of moonlight floating on a pale wave. So she dipped her hand into the cool water, picked up the pearl which felt soft and cool, and put it into her satchel while the lake rang with a gentle bowl sound. Then Cloud Pup carried Nina on his back and they climbed a tall spiral stair made of cloud rock to reach the Star Tower. And as they climbed they saw tiny stars glowing in each window and Nina felt a little tired but she held Cloud Pup's fluffy paw and kept going until they found the pearl of stardust resting on a small silver table, and the pearl sparkled with tiny points of light that looked like the night sky, and Nina took it and felt a thrill of happiness, and she placed it in the satchel where it added its bright glow to the other 2. After that, Nina and Cloud Pup returned to the castle and she walked into the empty courtyard and opened her satchel, taking out the 3 shining pearls. And she placed the pearl of sunshine in the first bowl, the pearl of moonlight in the second bowl, and the pearl of stardust in the third bowl, and the moment the last pearl touched the bowl all 3 floated up and formed a great rainbow of light above the pedestal. And the castle walls turned bright white, the towers gleamed in gold, the night chambers glowed with silver light, and the whole cloud palace hummed with joyful music like a song of morning, and Cloud Pup leaped and barked with happiness, and from the rainbow of light rose a tall cloud wizard wearing a long robe of mist and a soft hat that shone like a star, and he smiled at Nina and said, "Thank you, kind and brave child, for saving our castle," and he waved his wand and touched Nina's hand, and the satchel changed into a small cloud heart that glowed softly in her palm, and the wizard said, "Take this heart charm and remember that you can return when you wish, and that kindness can bring light to any dark place." And then the silver door reappeared and opened, showing the sky behind it, and Nina stepped through the doorway and found herself back on the sandy hill near her house just as the sun was setting and the clouds were rosy pink, and she ran down the hill and saw her mother waiting by the window with a warm smile, and Nina held up the glowing cloud heart and told her mother all about the Cloud Castle, the missing pearls, and Cloud Pup, and her mother listened with wide eyes and gentle pride, and that night Nina placed the cloud heart on her bedside table and fell asleep with a happy sigh, dreaming of new adventures in the bright sky castle, and she knew she could return when she wished, and she learned that courage and kindness can bring magic to the world. Each morning she woke with a smile and each night she went to bed under the starry sky feeling safe and happy, and she told her story to her friends at school and they believed her because they saw the glow of the small charm around her neck, and Nina knew that more adventures waited just beyond the clouds and that she would always be ready to help those in need with a brave heart and a kind smile.